Yeah, what's up? What's going on? Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this fine Friday edition of BS with B Hannas. What's going on? That's me, Nikki B Hannas. This is my YouTube little morning talk show podcast. Still kind of an experiment. I got sound. What's up, brother? Good morning, my man EMP. Happy Friday, son. What's happening? Yeah, welcome to it. Oh, sick. Yeah, I do got it. Fortune smiles today with the light shining right in my fucking dome. Yeah, good morning. Welcome to BS with B Hannes. The whole premise of this show is that I like to wake up and take a nice walk, read some good stuff, talk to the people, go lift some weights, go back to work. I'm settling back into my groove. But long before I'm a fledgling YouTuber, podcaster, what have you, another dude with a beard and a bald head and a microphone, spouting opinions into the void, I make music. So you can check that shit out. NikkiBehannas.com, NikkiBehannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki Behannas on all streaming services. Heavy blues metal. And this is just part of the experiment, man. I want to be a talker. When I visualize, right? Like I visualize my best self instead of fucking grinding every day, working a job. And there's a lot of virtue in work. I pride myself on hard work. Hard work is important. We all need to do it. I've been doing it. And I think as we level up, from what I read at least, from what I understand, from what I have learned in my life, you want to go from working with your hands to working with your mind. Hard work with your hands has or your body muscles, whatever, physical, actual doing of things. There's a ceiling there, a much lower ceiling than the creative endeavors, than the mental endeavors, and I think there's a corresponding fulfillment that comes with that. But I'm just speculating right now. I would love to go from working with my body, doing things at a place for a wage, task assigned, job fulfilled, so on and so forth. I would love to go from that into something bigger. So part of that means I got to learn myself and grow myself and do different things and get uncomfortable and try to play to my strengths. I like to think I'm good at talking. So here I am fucking talking on the internet. I like to think I'm good at writing. So I got to start writing. So that's where I'm at. But primarily music's what I fucking love. Music's what I really want to be doing. This is meant to supplement that. So go check out the fucking music. NikkiBehannas.com. Music videos are done. That's going to be cool. I think I'm going to drop them tomorrow. Got a bunch of new music lined up. Once the festival's over, this is release season. So hopefully the next 3 weeks or so, I got a bunch of new shit dropping. That's pretty exciting, man. Well, I got to say, I got a little nervous. I don't I don't really get nervous in releasing stuff. I think the idea of a music video, that's different for me. I made one music video a long time ago for my old band, and it was just like a montage of clips. And I was younger and drunker, so I think I gave less of a fuck. And I like to think that I don't really give a fuck what people think right now, but I'm also pretty arguably too aware of it. It's like, well, who do you think you are? You think you're the. I'm always at war with that. I'm always at war with that part of myself where it's like, let me just throw shit out there, put it out there. Who fucking cares what anybody thinks? But then it's like, what am I going to do tomorrow? Launch these fucking music videos on Instagram and put them on YouTube and shit. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's oppressive forces, people, opinions in my life that I would rather just not engage with, that maybe the situation forces me to engage with them. And whatever, it's all who fucking cares at the end of the day. You know what I mean? If I want to make music, people that make music videos to promote said music. So that's what I'm doing. It was a fun fucking project. And it's also because two of the three EPs are like acoustic. So it's not like I can hide behind heavy distortion and speed, like it's a different thing. It's a little, dare I say, intimate. It's an intimate phase of the project going on, which I believe is catered towards growth. Got to get uncomfortable to grow and shit. So they say. But yeah, that's what's going on mostly right now. Day 3 of 75 hard. Third time doing 75 hard, which is fucking something I really enjoy doing. Need to get myself back on track, dude. After the festival this past weekend, the Look Around Festival, which was about 5 or 6 months of dedicated, time-consuming preparation for, followed by a weekend of executing the event, executing the play, kind of left me like, oh shit, what do I do now? The logical conclusion is to get back on the program and get myself right. And if I can stick to the program and not blow it, then I'll be done before Thanksgiving, which is fucking righteous. It'll put me in a period of gratitude and a good mental place for the holiday season. So yeah, that's what the fuck I'm doing. And I love it, dude. I mean, I still got to take a walk before I do this. So I'm taking for 75 hard, I'm doing my weighted jacket treks, hikes or whatever at the evening times. 45 minutes in the gym in the morning, 45-minute with the weighted jacket on later tonight. But if I'm doing this, I gotta walk and get the mind right and talk to the people, man. And it's fucking fall time now. Autumn is in the air. The sun's moving in different places. The shadows are different. The bird songs are different. Nice crisp Pennsylvania fucking cool breeze in the morning. I like it, man. Keeps the spirit high. Keeps the spirit high. It means I just got to keep doing the thing. But in any event, as we get back to normal, it means I got to get back to figuring out how to exactly run this. What do I want to talk about here? What do I want to talk about here? What do I really talk about here? I guess it's just documenting how I'm trying to live, what I'm trying to do in terms of my general life approach right now is to create and put stuff out there and build and construct and add, not take away from, but add to whatever that means. And even if I wrestle with whether it's selfish or not, I don't know. I don't think so. I ain't fucking, what the fuck is selfish about it? You know what I mean? I get in my head too much, man. I get in my motherfucking head too much. Especially on, like I said, I'm a little apprehensive about putting these videos out and these acoustic EPs and shit. And ultimately, I guess it is fear of judgment, which is funny to me because, like, motherfuckers who judge usually don't do shit. That's the last person you should care about their opinion of. Motherfuckers who just sit on the sidelines with their arms fucking folded, throwing stones when they ain't done shit. But it's been a little while, man. You know, it's easier for me, like I said, to hide behind guitar solos and loud, abrasive, brash rock and roll. It was a lot easier when I was drunk to just be like, this is what I'm doing. Rah. So I just need to get out of my own head. I need to get out of my own way. And like the shit's I'm gonna put it out anyway. But it's worth noting, and I suspect worth sharing to make more sense of it. The fact that, yeah, it's a little there's a nervousness to it. But what I found about nervousness is that it's the same exact feeling as excitement. It just depends on which way you pivot. You know, that feeling rises in the belly still. It's like butterflies. You get butterflies, stage fright, whatever you want to call it. You know, I get it. I still get it before I go on stage. But when I'm going on stage, it's like people are in this room for this event, for this demonstration, this performance. So it's real easy for me to pivot into leaning into that energy. Like, I'm fucking here. Let's fucking go. There's no time to be nervous. Because if you lean into the nervousness, you retreat into yourself. And then you're on stage in front of people with all your energy focused on yourself instead of giving it to the room. So it's different. So it's very, very different. When I'm just making a post, I mean, arbitrarily, I could go post whatever I want on the internet right now. Shit, I'm doing it right now. To little fanfare, to little impact, to little ripple, to little notice, to little praise, to little condemnation, to all these things. It's very uneventful. But to me, it's like these are the uneventful things of slowly building up, slowly building something. One stone turns into two stones, turns into four, turns into eight. You know what I mean? Like, I look at the BS with Hannas podcast page right now, and there's like 40 some episodes on this YouTube channel. There's like 40 some episodes. So that's a pretty cool fucking thing. I should stop saying I'm trying to make this my morning thing. I'm doing it, motherfucker. Like, I got one. For all sakes and purposes, I am a YouTuber. I am a podcast. I'm also a musician, but it's like, if the world doesn't know, do they know? I don't know. It's fucking mind fuck type stuff. And it's very interesting nonetheless. But anyway, back to what do I usually do here? I like to read and talk about what I read and apply it to my life and fucking give it out here to those who are listening. So what the fuck was I reading today? My 75 hard reading, I'm reading this book called Anti-Fragile by Nassim Taleb. That's a pretty interesting thing. I've heard about this book many times. I've had it for a while. Like most of the books I've had for a while. It took me a while to read it. The basic idea is that anti-fragility is its own classification of things, not the opposite of fragile. Something that is fragile will break. upon a unexpected fracturing event, be it societies, be it a government, be it a system or a person or a piece of china, a plate, whatever, is either fragile or robust. When it is hit by a stimulus, it will either break or not. Anti-fragile, which is what the whole theme of this book is. It's like expounding upon this idea of anti-fragility, is not that it doesn't break or that it is just robust or strong or whatever, but to be anti-fragile is to grow in strength and potency and all those things. It seeks favor from those random fucking events that ought to break it. The way this guy describes it, it's like a hydra, where the ancient hydra, you would cut one head off and two heads would grow. If the cutting of a head, the beheading of a hydra, is the event that would induce fragility to some other things, the hydra grows, strengthens, multiplies, adds potency. So I think that's very interesting. It's written very academic. It's very academic language, which is all right. It's a big, thick book, too, so it'll take me a while to get through. 10 pages a day dedicated for 75 hard. So that's what I'm reading there. But yeah, man, fucking just got to get to the gym, which means I got to be more careful with my time in the mornings. My alarm's going to go off in a couple minutes. I got to get 45 minutes in, which is also why I've been doing 75 hard again, because my workouts have slowly went from 45 minutes to 35 minutes to 30. Now I'm hitting the 25s. Now I'm hitting a 20-minute banger. Now, if I only have 15 minutes to go hammer something out, like sometimes I'll still go do it. My pride tells me I still got to go do it. But then the flip side of that is like, pussy, you're only going in there for fucking 15 minutes. Get better. Come on, step it up. You ain't doing the right fucking thing. So I just need to tighten everything up. Got to tighten everything up. But I also find that within the limitations of what 75 hard requires, having to read every day, having to fucking take that progress picture, having to do 2 45-minute workouts. One's got to be outside, like no time for the quick walk. That begets excuses. I got to drink the gallon of water. No more days where it's like, fuck, did I drink? Oh, I think I drank enough water today. It truly is that like snowball effect of cutting a corner here, you're going to cut a corner there, you're going to cut another one there. I find when I'm on these limitations, I do a lot of good mental work. And a lot of my good mental work, I think, kind of frames me and sets me up for doing the mental work to execute these things. Like having to plan for a month-long release, one festival gig, release, another festival gig, boom. That's a super productive season in the endeavor in which I choose to participate, aka the realm of making music and being a musician. A lot of that comes from those times just walking, just thinking, just doing the thing. No extra thought required. I decided to do this, so it's got to get done. And while I'm in the midst of doing it, let's play. Let's play with what's floating around in my brain instead of letting what's floating around in my brain play with me. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with all this thing on this fine Friday. It's very interesting. I found this quote in my daily readings today from 365 Days with Self-Discipline by Martin Meadows. It's not his quote. He ripped it from someone else. This is a quote from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I certainly did not pronounce that right. Looks like a French name. But in any event, this quote is cool. It says, your task is not to foresee the future, but to enable it. Means you don't got to know where you're going, but you got to do what you're doing to enable that where you want to go is a tenable, real possibility. And that turns into, again, the emphasis on why I love 75 hard, why I value doing things like that. It enables a certain kind of clarity. These things have to get done every day, no matter what else is fucking going around. There's clarity there, which stages the next event. And then you're 4 days in, then you're 15 days in, 63 days in. Then when you're done, it's 2.5 months. You're like, oh shit, cool, I did it. I'm done. Onwards we go. What have I accomplished? It ain't about just the 20, 30 pounds that I've lost every time I've done it. It's bigger than that. And that's important. So I guess my task is to just keep trucking along and make sure that the future I want is enabled. It ain't my job to see it. I'll see it when I get there, So yeah, that's fucking what I'm thinking about today. This is my last little bit for this morning on this fine Friday morning. I just finished also this morning. I finally finished The Master Key System by Charles Hannas, which I've been slowly chipping away at for a long time. And I need to reread it for sure, just to make sure I absorb it, because it's a famous piece. My man Myron Golden on YouTube is always quoting Charles Hannas and The Master Key System, law of attraction, manifesting type thing. But I really like the way he wrote. It ties in with the idea of thumos that I've been fascinated by. So I got two definitions of thumos, which I'm going to try to keep in my motherfucking pocket as I do the thing to enable my future. The thumos definition from Charles Hannas, not thumos per se, but spirit. He believes that spirit is the pervading everything of everything, and that all physical things are drawn from the invisible things, world without, world within, so on and so forth. Charles Hannas says that spirit is the essence of consciousness, the substance of mind, the reality underlying thought. All right. So let's combine that with Mark Neville and his definition of spirit, thumos. Spirit is the animating principle that makes something alive rather than not alive. So that's where I'm at, man, on this fine Friday. I got to combine those two things. The spirit that is the essence of consciousness, that is the substance of mind, that is the reality underlying everything. The essence of consciousness, the substance of mind, the reality underlying thought is the animating principle that makes something alive rather than not. High thumos, high spirit. Keep fucking trucking. So yeah, happy motherfucking Friday. I'm out here. I got to go lift shoulders today. Just fucking get nice and wide, baby. Anyway, fucking happy Friday. This has been a fine Friday little chit chat. Nikki B. Hannas on the BS with B. Hannas YouTube show. It's going to be out on podcast. So you can find this at BS with B. Hannas on YouTube, BS with B. Hannas on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, even iHeartRadio. You can find my music, NikkiBHannas.com, NikkiBHannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. I write every now and then. I'm still working out how to properly use Substack. I got to find a scheme that works for me. But yeah, substack.nikkibhannas.com. Is it nikkibhannas.substack.com? Yeah, that's what it is. And then patreon.com/NikkiBHannas for anyone who wants to support the mission. Although I don't feel I make a tremendously compelling argument, but that's for me to figure out. So fucking A. Let me go through these plugs again. BS with B. Hannas on YouTube, BS with B. Hannas on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, so on and so forth. NikkiBHannas.com for all of it. NikkiBHannas.bandcamp.com. Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services for my music. Some heavy blues metal. NikkiBHannas.substack.com for things I write about. Patreon.com/NikkiBHannas to see all of it. I think I'm just going to use that as the central hub. Everything I do is going to get posted there. And if you want to support, donate to the cause, so on and so forth. Anyway, fucking A. One love. Happy Friday. Keep it real. Crawling out of hell. Peace.